If there's one thing I love, it's karaoke. I can't tell you why, but I've loved karaoke for a long time. I have a YouTube channel that dates back pretty far where I do karaoke, and I'm not good at it. I'm not a good singer, but for some reason, it's just fun. It's fun to do karaoke. It's fun to sing the songs you like. It's just a fun thing to do. But if you're like me and you use YouTube for all of your karaoke needs, you can run into a few problems. Most notably, I would say, is the instrumental sometimes just sucks. Sometimes you get options, sometimes you don't, and you're just stuck with an awful instrumental where it sounds like the instruments are just MIDI instruments and it's not good, and like the harmony or like they have another singer on there to help you out like with some of the weird parts, and that guy kind of sounds weird sometimes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean here. And that sucks, right? Number two, the other thing that happens is sometimes like the lyrics that show up on screen just aren't good. Sometimes they're not timed right. Sometimes they don't even have any indication of when you're supposed to sing them. They just appear, kind of like Windows Movie Maker style karaoke where there's no animation at all. And it's just the lyrics show up and you're expected to know when to sing them. And that's kind of bad. Even if you really know a song like pretty well, especially like after a break in the song, you need to know when you're supposed to be singing stuff. So yeah, that's not good. And the third thing, which stings the most, is depending on what kind of music you like, you search up a song, or maybe even it's a popular artist, but you're going for a deep cut, and there's no karaoke version of it at all online. You can't find anything. So I'm going to be showing you how to solve that problem and all the other problems by simply making your own karaoke. Just make your own. I don't know, this is probably pretty obvious, but we're going to use a vocal remover, ultimate vocal remover, to separate the vocal from the instrumental, you can do this for any song. The technology is pretty good. It's pretty hard to tell. It sounds pretty good, the instrumentals that come out of that thing. So we're going to be doing that. And then we're going to be making the karaoke itself with After Effects. I know that there's dedicated software for karaoke, but I don't think it's good, and I don't really want to learn how to use it, and it's probably pretty clunky and old. Just use After Effects. Just use After Effects. If you don't know how to do After Effects, learn After Effects. If you don't have After Effects, you totally have to pay and buy After Effects. You totally need to give Adobe your money. Give Adobe your money and buy After Effects. You need to do that to do this. There's no other way around it. You need to give Adobe your money and buy After Effects. There's no other way to get After Effects besides buying it. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into Ultimate Vocal Remover, and we're going to go ahead and remove the vocals from a song. All right, so as you can see, we have Ultimate Vocal Remover 5 open. I didn't mention this earlier, but it's free to download, so I'll leave a link for that. Anyway, so yeah, you want to select your input, just put in the song you want. I assume that you know how to get an MP3 of the song you like. It's pretty easy. If you don't know how to do it, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, go ahead and put that in. I chose Guster Center of Attention, which somehow does not have a karaoke version of it on YouTube. It's crazy to me. Okay, now you have to choose your process method. It gives you a billion options. It's like that thing where there's so many choices and it just makes there's too many options here, right? Look, just be safe. You can just do MDX-NET, auto, leave these as what they automatically are. Just choose the first one. You want GPU conversion on if you have a good GPU like I do. And then you can do instrumental only because you're only going to need the instrumental. And that's it. And you can just go ahead and run it. And it'll make your karaoke instrumental for you. But you can go ahead, you can try the other options on here, but this is going to work almost 100% of the time. And you can get more, if you want to, it might depend on what song you pick as well. Like different models might work better for different songs. But this one I'm showing you right here, this should work, right? This should give you a good instrumental. So I'm going ahead and play it real quick. It's a little loud. Skip through it. Sounds good to me. All right, sounds fine to me. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and jump into After Effects. Okay, so now we have After Effects open, which is fantastic. New composition, call it karaoke. Now you have to make a choice. Do you want your video to be 1080p? Do you want your video to be 720p? Do you want your video to be 4K? It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. It's your video. This tutorial is going to work no matter what. But when I think about like karaoke, I think of like old school, early 2000s karaoke where like it has a specific look to it. So that's why I'm going to make mine 480p. Do what you want. I'm making mine 480p. 30 FPS is fine. Duration here just depends on how long your song is. All right. So Control Y, get a black solid going, call it BG. Perfect. Now you're going to want to put in your songs, your audio files. So this one is going to be, this is going to be the version that just has, that has like vocals in it, like with the instrumental. So it's unedited, right? Put that in. This one is the one we just made. Crap. Call it instrumental. I'm gonna move the background to be in front of those two things. I'm gonna mute the instrumental for now. We'll unmute it at the very end. So now we're gonna scroll through. So this is about where the music starts. We'll do a text, put in the text. And I already have the first lyrics copied, so I'm gonna paste it in. Put it in, I'm gonna align it. So as you can see, I put in these dashes here so that you can let, the viewers know like when, because, they just listen to 15 seconds of the intro to the song. Put in some dashes so you can let them know that, hey, it's about the time to sing. That's the easiest way to do it. Easiest way. No countdown, something like that. Just put in some dashes. Easy. I'm going to Alt. I'm going to Alt left bracket this. Won't last the night between you and me. It's no surprise. Bam. Right Alt right bracket. Okay. So I would also like to, before I say anything else, you can see the font I'm using, Levi Adobe Dia. If you're making your karaoke video in the style that I'm doing, like 480p, old school, I would recommend this font. This font nails the look of karaoke videos. But your video, you choose the font, you choose the size. You can also choose what color you want everything to be. Up to you, completely up to you. So now we need to animate this. We need to tell people, hey, when are you supposed to be singing these lyrics? So you're gonna twirl down the text here. You go to animate, fill color, RGB, bam. I'm gonna make it like a blue, so that you can like see like the dashes and stuff. Because if you make it like yellow, which I was going to do, it's kind of hard to see like the difference between white and yellow. Something like blue, the difference between white and blue is quite different, so it's good. Okay, now you're gonna go to range selector. You're gonna want to go to like the very beginning. You're gonna go -100, and then keyframe that. And you're changing the offset, by the way. The offset over here is what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see all this. Go to the end, and you want it to, I'm just gonna set it to 0. So this animates, and obviously we're not synced up. So first what I'm gonna do is narrow this down. I should have done this earlier actually, so we can be very zoomed into this. So you want to find right where he says one of us. I mean, obviously you're not gonna be finding when he says one of us. You'll be doing your own song, but anyway. This is about right here is when he says it. So at this point, I'm just going to change this offset to be here. And at this point, he's done saying one of us. So I'm going to select it to that. And then he's already done saying the pretty much at this point. That's pretty good timed. I'm going to set a keyframe to that. Between you and me. He's already done saying me. Adjust it. He's done saying it's. No surprise. He's done saying surprise here. So play back. Perfect. That works. Obviously, you know, you can fine tune this in a lot of different ways. You can make this even more perfect. Thing is, you're going to be doing the whole song like this, so the more tedious you get, the longer it's going to take you. So I'm okay with this. Maybe night's a little bit weird. Is it weird? He's already saying the in night here. All right, play back. One of us is also a little bit messed up. Wanna. See, it's a little bit. I'm just gonna delete these keyframes real quick. And it's gonna require a lot of this. Like, you're gonna have to be doing this, all right? There we go. And it's gonna just take a lot of yeah, you're just gonna have to trial and error it, right? I mean, I'm sorry to say, but it's not an easy job. All right, so finally I think I've like gotten this to be where I like it, so let's play it back. Interesting. All right, that was weird. Thank you, After Effects. And yeah, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. It's hard when it's like a short word and he says us. It's like a very short word to be able to like, you know, if it was a longer word, it'd be easier to emphasize that. Anyway, you just have to figure that stuff out as you go. It's fine. So there's a lot of different ways that you can so how are we going to transfer over to the next set of lyrics? So there's a way I like to do it. Just this is how I like to do it. This is how I've done it in the past, and this is how I do it. So we're going to go ahead and Control D. So now we have another one. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go P. I'm going to move it down here. Now I'm going to put in the next set of lyrics to this. So there's two of us. Both. Oh my God, I can't type. Both can't be right. Neither will move till it's over. Right? And this one, I might actually adjust the position of this guy too. I mean, this one's 3 lines and this one's 2 lines, so it's just a bit awkward. I might actually just, yeah, you know, it's fine. This is fine. We'll make it work. So now what we're gonna do is we actually want this one to, okay, so here's what we do.
last the night between you and me.
Okay. So we have this where we like it. I'm gonna go ahead and do something else that I've seen a lot of karaoke videos do. We're gonna go ahead and add on the typewriter effect in After Effects. This is just included in After Effects. We're gonna put typewriter on this, and it's under animate. It's text animate in typewriter. So now you can see this this one right here is gonna be the typewriter. So this writes it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little bit longer. I'm going to move these here. I'm going to move this about here. And move this keyframe about here. So now, oops, come on keyframes. So now it writes on. Cool. Now, this is all we have to do. We duplicate this. I'm going to set it over here just for some, actually, we'll keep it here for a second. I'm going to go to P, get the position. Oh my gosh. Hello? Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. So now we have two of them. I just duplicated it, right? Control D, duplicate. We're going to go here. I'm going to type in the next set of lyrics. There's two of us. And look, it's up to you if you want to put commas, stuff like commas and stuff in your karaoke. All right? You can choose this. All right. That's the next set of lyrics. So now, and I can even move this a little bit later. So now this is going to write on. Hello? What just happened? Okay. So now we can go to the keyframes on this guy. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer here. So look, we know that we can delete all these keyframes, right? Because all we need is the beginning and the end, and then we can just animate it again. He says, and there's two of us, but that's fine. That's definitely okay, Genius does not have and, but I think that's and there's two of us. There's an and. As you can see, we have a slight issue where the font is a little bit too big. I'm going to change it to 50 because it's fine. I'm going to go ahead and change this one to 50 to match that, actually. Okay. So it starts here. There's two of us. Us is over here. Both can't be right. Both can't be right. Either removed.
till it's
Over. There we go. So now playback.
surprised. And there's two of us, both can't be right. Neither will move till it's over.
Perfect.
Two of us,
This us is actually over way sooner.
both
This keyframe can go.
us, both. And there's two of us, both can't. Two of us.
To
Of us, surprised. And there's two of us, both can't be right. Neither will move till it's over.
right. And then here's what you do. Now that you've finally gotten this one right, you just duplicate the bottom one, move it up, move it over,
Can't be right. Neither will move till it's over.
and then you do the next set of lyrics. I'm the center of attention in the walls inside. See, in the walls inside my head. And no one. So I'm just gonna. Keep it simple.
Move till it's over.
Go to U, delete all the middle keyframes here.
Till it's over. The sound.
So you basically just do this over and over and over and over and over again until your song's done.
The center of attention. And the walls inside my head. Over. I'm the center of attention and the walls inside my head.
There we go. And we just keep doing that over and over again. I should note that like if any section of your song repeats, there's a good chance you can just copy it and the keyframes will match up again. Like once you keyframe part of the chorus once, you should be able to just duplicate that in and just use the same part again so you don't have to redo any work. But I'm just gonna go ahead and speed through this whole song, I guess, and we'll see what we end up with. All right, so we should be good to go. That was a little tedious, but at the end of the day, you got a karaoke. And it looks like the old ones. Anyway, probably now we want to go and add a title. A lot of the old karaoke's like say what key something's in. I'm not even worried about that at all. I'm just gonna duplicate one of these texts. But underneath, bring it to the beginning. Go here. We're gonna go to U, and we're gonna just turn off. I don't even think we want anything animated. Just gonna delete the animator. And then we're gonna do Guster, center of attention. Make it big. It's pretty big. Center that shit. Oops. And so now it'll. So right on. Starts with a whole G. It's kind of weird. Oh, does it? Or maybe not. Okay, it doesn't. And I might even cut this out earlier, bring this in, and just there we go. Now we got our karaoke. Perfect. Now all we need to do is we mute the vocals and unmute the instrumental. As you can hear, the karaoke's not or the instrumental's not perfect. But that's good enough, right? And I might even go into the Ultimate Vocal Remover and make it better. Try to find like a more accurate setting to do. It's just trial and error with something like that. But anyway, just go ahead and render this out. You know, file, export, render, whatever. Render it out as an MP3. I'm assuming if you know how to do After Effects, you know how to do all that stuff. So anyway, that's about it. That's how you do a karaoke. So yeah, thank you for watching, and that's it. Bye. Yo, what's up? I'm jumping in real quick at the very end to give you actually like the perfect, I think this will probably work 100% of the time and it will sound amazing. Jumping right in to say this is what you want to do in Ultimate Vocal Remover. You want to do ensemble mode, vocals / instrumental. I just left this at max min. GPU on if you have a GPU, that's good. You can do instrumental only if you want. It won't make a difference. And then you want to select UVR-Arc1 at the very top. Then you want to select MDX-NET 1 right here. And then you want to select this one right here. The very first one of each of the kinds. And then start processing. You get an amazing sounding instrumental. Amazing. There's no mistakes at all. I can play it, I guess. I won't even play it. Just trust me. All right, it's good. All right, that's it. All right.